Hello everyone, I'm Paul Saginaw, the proprietor of Saginaw's Delicatessen. I'm glad you're here today. I want to tell you the story about how Saginaw's Delicatessen came to be about, located here in Circa, Las Vegas. We make the best damn sandwiches you've ever had in your life, and come on in, let me show you what this place is all about. So folks, as you first walk into Saginaw's Delicatessen, you're going to see our display cases here. We're showing you salads that are included on the menu and ingredients that we use to make that food. Over here we have a display of our bread. This is the cornerstone of a great sandwich. You can't have a great sandwich without fabulous bread. All of our bread comes from Bond Breads here in Las Vegas. Also here you'll see our fabulous desserts. We have a great carrot cake, pecan pie, sour cream coffee cake. We have candy from Zingerman's Candy Manufacturing. So make sure you save room for dessert, but don't skimp on what you order for your meal either. And then after you place your order, you're gonna go sit down anywhere you want in our dining room. And why don't you come with me over here? I wanna show you where I started and how I got here. On this wall, I pay homage to where it all started for me 40 years ago at Zingerman's Delicatessen. I opened with my partner, Ari Weinsweig. There's me when I still had hair. And so the two of us opened a delicatessen where all we really wanted was a great sandwich and an organization with soul. But I always wanted to come out to Las Vegas and deliver the delicatessen experience to Las Vegas, Nevada. So one day I got the email equivalent of a cold call from Derek Stevens saying, I'm the owner of the D Las Vegas, and I'd love to bring a delicatessen out to Las Vegas. I couldn't believe it. A lifelong dream of mine. I felt like I hit the lottery. I won the jackpot, and it was all go from there. The only question was, what are we gonna call it? Let me tell you how we came up with the name and why. So we had to come up with a name, and we started out by thinking of, kind of being clever or cute, and then came around to, I really want to name it after a family member because that's where I came from. We finally settled on, let's just name it Saginaw's. It's the entire Saginaw family and experience that has brought me here today. And so this is my family history on this wall. Most of the pictures on this wall came from my parents' family room because I want all of them who are looking down on me to be proud, because many of the recipes for the food that we're serving to you came from these folks. From my grandmother, her chopped liver, my mother, her matzo balls, again, my grandmother, her latkes, and from my sister, her brisket recipe. So my family is here on the wall and in almost every dish that we serve. And then after we settled on the name, we had to think about the design. When you first come in, it's going to give you the, the feel, the nostalgic feel of coming into an old-time diner. And then we wanted to look like, over the years, we kind of added on to it. And so you go from, the blue tile on the floor, that kind of diner deli look, and then to the current day, and then as you move back, a more futuristic way here for it to look. And that's how we came up with the design. So we locked down the name, we locked down the design, and that's gonna take us to the food. Let me get you back in the kitchen now, the heart of this place, and show you where the magic happens. Here we are in the heart of the restaurant right now, the kitchen. More specifically, we're on the sandwich line. I'm with Jeremy Rosenfeld. He is our culinary director, and he is going to make our #1 selling sandwich now, the Reuben, and talk to you and explain what he's doing. The thing I really want you to take notice of is these sandwiches are made to order. Nothing gets made until an order comes in. It takes a little more time, but it's so much worth the wait. They're fabulous. Jeremy, why don't you show us what you're doing here?
Absolutely. So here with our Reuben sandwich, we start by double baking our rye bread. Take that out of the oven. All of our bread is hand sliced in the restaurant. This bread does come from Bond Breads. It's a local bakery. Carlos is a phenomenal baker. So we take our double baked rye bread. We add the oil to it. for the grilling, make it nice and caramelized and looking really delicious.
Is that olive oil?
It is, it's extra virgin olive oil, only the finest. Then we begin with our Russian dressing, slathered up, extra nice, make sure it's running down your arms as you eat the sandwich, just as Paul likes to say.
That dressing is made in-house, right?
Yes, sir. It's made in-house with the finest of ingredients. Our own double top secret recipe. Next, we add on our Swiss cheese.
That's a lot of cheese you're adding there.
It's a lot of cheese on there. It's extra cheesy because that's the best way to have a Reuben. We have our nice warm sauerkraut as well. Make sure it's all the right proportions on there. You want to make sure it's nice and loaded up. Next, we're going to do our corned beef.
So this corned beef is coming from Cy Ginsberg. He's been making corned beef for me for 40 years. We were so happy that we're going to be able to get his product out here. That corned beef comes in raw, and then we cook it to perfection, and it's never cooled down after we cook it. It's held in our steamers, and then it's sliced on our slicers. Wow, that looks good.
Nice loaded up with all the meat. We take it now and we place it on our grill. So it gets nice and toasted on both sides of the bread.
And how long does it take to grill a sandwich there?
We keep our sandwiches on the grill for about 4 minutes in total. So as we grill it, we just want to make sure that it's going along nicely. Make sure we spin that around so all sides of it get grilled correctly.
So our sandwich right now is just about ready to come off the grill. Jeremy's going to pull that off now. Here you go, the finished product, our #1 seller, this delicious corned beef Reuben, our house-made potato chips, and a wonderful dill pickle. Come on in and enjoy. Thanks for hanging out with me a bit. It's been a pleasure introducing you to Saginaw's, letting you know how the name came about, how I got here, how we built it, and now you know how a sandwich is made behind the scenes. And you know that it's made to order, fresh, with the best ingredients that we can get. I encourage you to come in and try one of our sandwiches. It's going to be the best sandwich that you've ever had. I look forward to seeing you. Please ask for me, Paul Saginaw, when you come in. If I'm not here, I'm probably at the craps table. Again, thank you very much.